So the Snyder Cut. The Snyder Cut actually very nearly didn't happen, believe it or not. Now, this is a movie which I think will probably get news and updates for some time to come. I'm still genuinely surprised it is getting news and updates. But I think that it's such a divisive film and a divisive clash of studio, filmmaker, concept, narrative, all of that good stuff. And generally speaking, the landscape of the DC universe, that we will probably keep getting news on this, probably well into next year. But this one's quite important because this piece of information reveals that the Snyder Cut very nearly didn't happen because of a clash with Warner Brothers over the character of Green Lantern, which actually reveals to us very specifically that this was not the true Snyder Cut. And I know there'll be lots of people that really hate me saying that, but it is the truth. Hold fast. If someone cannot do what they want to do, is it truly his vision? No. No, it's not. It's not. 100% it's not. He was still beholden to studio executives. They still said, hey, no, we don't want you to do that. So don't do it. And he had to submit to that, basically. Which is a shame. It is a shame. But basically, good old Zack Snyder was talking to Tyrone Magnus over on YouTube and revealed this. When we had this fight, I was like, guys, I don't understand. We have this whole thing of the multiverse. Who cares? I just think the right end of this movie is Jon Stewart. That's the correct ending to happen. By the way, I don't want to take anything away from Harry and away from Martian Manhunter because it's cool. Seeing him early and then seeing him at the end, it's cool. It kind of completes his story. But it was always my intent to have Jon Stewart meet Batman. Just that final few bits of dialogue there. It was always my intention to have Jon Stewart meet Batman. And he couldn't do it. So it's not the true Snyder Cut. I will genuinely stand by those comments. It's not the true Snyder Cut. And I really like Jon Stewart as a Green Lantern. He's one of my favourite Green Lanterns, if not the favourite Green Lantern. I don't care too much about Guy Gardner or anyone like that, but Jon Stewart was always an interesting Green Lantern. He was very sure of himself. He seemed very battle-hardened, very confident in being a Lantern, and I found that to be quite compelling. I predominantly only watched him on animated series and things like that, but he was very, very good, very, very good voice actor behind him, and brought the character to life in a really, really good way. So when I heard that Zack Snyder wasn't able to bring Jon Stewart to life in live action, and he had to kowtow to Warner Brothers, basically saying, no, don't do that, it was a shame. It was a genuine shame. But he continues further, right? And he says, even if there's no other movies, it would make sense for the movie to come that Jon Stewart would say, the Green Lantern Corps is going to come to fight with you against Darkseid, because we need to do that. You guys aren't going to make it without us. We're powerful allies in this. To me, it was like a no-brainer, but it was a very serious fight that I was in. And look, the fact that he's like, oh yeah, because it's cool seeing Martian Manhunter, I don't like that. The fact that he was saying, yeah, Jon Stewart, it literally says, Green Lantern Corps, we're going to come and fight, alongside you. Yeah, that makes sense. That does actually make sense. And for all those people that do, myself included, for all those people that criticise Zack Snyder for his whole additional thing of, oh, wouldn't this would be cool, let's add this. Oh, that'd be cool, yeah, this would be cool, let's have this. Do you know what'd be cool? It's all cool, we just have everything that's cool. This is one of the things that actually sells me on, at the very least, this version of a Justice League. And at least sort of sells me on something to do with Zack Snyder's narrative thought process. This is positive. This stuff is positive. This makes sense. But it wasn't just that, ladies and gents. No. He revealed a little bit more stuff. And it was this. So, believe it or not, things got so heated that the Snyder Cut was very nearly called off altogether. And he said this, to me, it wasn't worth doing it to Wayne, like blowing up the whole movie, because it was that close over it. And then have everyone be like, or have Wayne feel like, oh shit, I cancelled the whole movie because Snyder wouldn't budge. And I just felt like, okay, fuck it. I'm going to just let it go. And Wayne was great in the thing. So, good, bad, a shame, absolutely a shame. Massive shame. Let's get this out of my face. But again, I look, Jon Stewart, and it was the actor behind it, Wayne T. Carr, right? We had they like a screen test of him, and it looked decent, you know. Not who I would picture as Jon Stewart, but not bad. Not bad at all, and the screen test looked fine. It all looked fine. But it's a real shame. It is genuinely a real shame. And Martian Manhunter as well. I mean, god damn. The dialogue for Martian Manhunter. This is the problem with Warner Brothers. They swap out, Jon Stewart, Green Lantern, and they add in Martian Manhunter. Someone who literally, floats it. It's very strange that he's masquerading. I always find it strange, in the Snyder Cut. He's masquerading around as, Kent. To go and help it, Lois Lane. That was weird. That was very strange. Odd, bit creepy, but, just a bit odd. And then to come in at the end, and the dialogue that Martian Manhunter had was genuinely appalling. They call me Martian Manhunter. Who does? No one calls you that. No one calls you that because no one knows who you are. That's the first anyone has seen of you, mate. Like, no one knows who you are. What a bad decision from Warner Brothers to chuck out Jon Stewart, a great character, someone with narrative, additional sense. That there was a reason for having him in there, but a wider thing at play. Going, hey, look, Green Lantern cores are going to come down. Why? Well, we faced off against Darkseid at the start. We're happy to come back. You need us. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Swap that out because reasons. Literally no reason why. Or no reason given, at the very least. And then have Martian Manhunter drop in with the worst dialogue ever. No, terrible. Warner Brothers, terrible. I really do hope the Warner Media and Discovery merger goes some way at fixing a lot of this stuff. Whether it's fixing, where they go with DC, but more so just the executives and their choices of things, because they're really appalling at the moment. They really are. So there you go, look. The Snyder Cut very nearly didn't happen. But I also would go some way to argue that it didn't happen. Because Snyder had to change and adjust some things that he wanted. And I know that will offend a lot of people. It is what it is. Cold hard facts speak for themselves. But let me know what you think down below in the comment section. If you are new here, please do hit subscribe. Thanks so much. Take care.